My name is Jonathon Scarbeau. I work at NASDAQ on our cloud security architecture team. I never really planned to get into coding. I think I went to college and was planning to go to med school. And my first experience with programming was I was working in a research lab, and we would have rats that ran these experiments. They'd like run through these little mazes and try to collect little rewards and food and stuff. And we actually programmed an Xbox Kinect camera to, like, it was mounted above them, programmed it to actually like track where they were running around. And that was my very first experience with this. And throughout college realized I didn't really want to go to med school. And then I moved towards information security and started more just as like a program manager, and then moved into more of a developer role. And now today work in cloud security and get to build kind of cool solutions for our company internally. The incredible thing about programming and coding to me has been that it's something there's so many resources available to learn it. So when I really started to dive in my job at NASDAQ, we had some issues we were trying to present metrics and numbers to like boards and those kind of like leadership meetings. And I started just writing some Python scripts to see how we could take the data and transform it, and prepare this stuff for these reports. And then that kind of grew into, hey, what if we built like an application that's pulling this data from where it actually lives and then putting it into another database, and we could put some visualization stuff on top of it. And so it was kind of like you see one problem, and if you're engaged enough and excited about it, there's enough resources to start writing something, realize you get stuck, it's not working, go online, find help for that, and then keep going from there. And I think when you stay consistent with it and you have problems that you're excited to solve, you realize you learn a lot in really a relatively short amount of time. I started with Python, and then moved a little bit towards some more front end stuff. So I was using JavaScript to build a few websites, HTML, CSS, those things. And then needed to build some kind of back-end components for that stuff, and started to learn some test frameworks. This year, actually started learning Golang. And then there's other things like Docker and some pieces like that help you kind of stitch together what you're building and actually deploy it. So you end up kind of jumping. I think once you get a handle on one language, it becomes incredibly easy to then start to learn another one, and then another one, and then it becomes kind of a fun challenge to learn something new. What has helped me learn and grow the most is just sticking with that problem until I solve it. I can think back to many times you end up working later and it's frustrating, but now a couple of years down the road, there's people younger than me at my company that come to me with an issue, and it's surprising when I go, oh yeah, I've seen that before. And 3 or 4 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to say that. So I think that the desire to not leave something unsolved really does grow you, and allows you to move forward and create new things in the future.